Greetings, weirdlings! I'm Danny Danger, and 2014 has been an incredible year for female-led comic book titles. Barbara Gordon got a new look for Batgirl, Kamala Khan is kicking butt as Ms. Marvel, and we got a Captain Marvel movie announced, and a Wonder Woman movie. 2015 is going to be amazing, so in preparation, I would like to ask Santa for my favorite female characters to have their own comic books with my favorite dream teams. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Written by Ed Brubaker, with art by Ming Doyle, colors by Jordi Belair, and covers by Kevin Wada. So in 1996, DC put out a Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego comic, but since then she's more or less been missing from the comics world. I think it's time to bring her back. And I'd really like to see her come back in a more adult capacity, meaning I would like for the clues that are left to be historical, geographical, literary, and math clues that are meant for grown-ups, because you're never too old to stop learning. Seriously, exercise that brain with a little comics love. Fret not, I am not making all of your favorite properties for kids into adult stories. In fact, one of my favorite stories that I would love to see in my headcanon is All Ages. It's a Wednesday Addams title written by Kate Leff, drawn by Jill Thompson, with cover art also by Jill Thompson, cause dang, them watercolors. I think Kate would be the perfect author for the world's most melancholy preteen. Plus, her writing Wednesday's Addams interactions with the Girl Scouts? I could die. I could just die. So here's an interesting question. Warner Brothers owns the rights to the Addams Family, so does that mean that it would be a DC title? I don't know how that works, but I want it. Why is there not a currently running Josie and the Pussycats story? I mean, come on! I would really like to see this story written by Terry Moore and drawn by Marguerite Sauvage, whose last name I'm almost positive that I'm pronouncing correctly. And I would like to see variant covers by Tara McPherson, because she does really great artwork for like band promotional posters, so I think it flows really nicely into Josie and the Pussycats. And we need a Josie and the Pussycats comic, like, now. I'm not usually a big proponent of moving a character that started out in a book into the world of comic books, but there's one character that I feel like is a direct exception to this rule. I would like to read about the post-Hogwarts adventures of Luna Lovegood, written by none other than Neil Gaiman, and drawn by Amy Reeder Hadley, because she would draw the most perfect Luna with those big eyes and that bright face. And her work in Madame Xanadu shows that she can really effectively handle magic settings. Like, by effectively, I mean mind-blowingly goodly. There are a couple of Marvel characters that I would really like to see get their own titles in 2015, the first of which being MAGIK, or Ilyana Rasputin. Come on, she's comic book gold. Art by Tradd Moore, who's doing Ghost Rider right now. I would like to see him work a lot of that magic and that hell imagery into her storyline, and writing by Catherine Eminem, because she does not write nearly enough stuff, and she's amazing. You know what other Marvel lady really is long overdue for her own title? Mystique. Greg Rucka would write an amazing Mystique story, and I would love to see some stylized art on this particular piece, like the work of David Aja. I think a stylized form of art and color would be really good for this title. And I like what he did with the Hawkeye colors. I think doing that with red and blue would be really wicked. Plus, watching Mystique run around like running Madripoor like a boss. Yeah. One of the characters that I have always felt like has needed her own one-shot and a lot more time in the limelight is April O'Neil. I would love to see an April O'Neil one-shot written by Kelly Sue DeConnick and drawn by Becky Cloonan, with covers by Babs Tarr, because April needs some stylized love as well. I want another Gotham City Sirens story. But I want the real Gotham City Sirens story. The Gotham City Sirens story that we all want. The one in which Poison Ivy has this super duper hots for Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn doesn't figure it out until that moment when she does, and they get together because everyone ships them. I have never met a human being in the world who was like, Poison Quinn? That's a terrible idea. No, it's not a terrible idea. And it needs to happen. Harley has been asserting her independence from the Joker in the New 52 storyline. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, but Poison Quinn, I ship it. It needs to happen. I would like to see it written by Paul Dini and drawn by Darwin Cook, but I would take it in colored pencil stick figure comics. So what are your favorite comic book characters that you think deserve their own series? Who would you like to see write and draw that series? Tell me down below in the comments. We were also having a conversation on the way up here about the Poison Quinn ship versus the Korasami ship. If you had to choose one, who would you choose? I couldn't choose one. I would just die in a stalemate. It would be awful. I can't believe I'm asking you to do this. This seems really insensitive of me. I can't make the choice, but I want you to, you know. Mabos555 asked if I could do a review of the Marvel Now titles that I'm reading. Okay. It'll take a while because I'm reading a lot of Marvel Now, but I'll try to limit it down to the stuff that I would highly recommend and not just, you know, the stuff that I read because it's like my stories. X Factor. A special thanks as always goes out to Austin Books and Comics. And hey, if anyone decides to actually make these dream comics into real comics, Austin Books and Comics will carry them. And you can come into the shop and say, hey, I really want that Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego comic. And they'll be like, we got you. That's it. That's all. There's nothing else. There's no more.